Hi there, everybody. Welcome to, I think it's day 19 of VEDS. I am enjoying a nice day off here in Edmonton after a few really busy days. And in order to give Editing Graham the day off as well, I'm going to try to undertake Tessa's challenge of doing a video completely in one take. It's going to be really weird not being able to edit anything out, but I will do my best. Today I just wanted to talk about 10 channels in no particular order that I just really enjoy. 10 YouTubers who have put a tremendous amount of work into their content. Now a lot of these are fairly mainstream. A lot of these people you may have heard of before, but they're just some of my favorites, so I thought I'd talk about them. I was just telling my parents how much good stuff there is out there on YouTube. You know, I personally, and I think this is true of a lot of people my generation and younger, I don't see any interest in getting like a cable subscription these days. It is the cable cutting era. And more so than just the backlog of TV shows and movies you can find on streaming sites. In terms of like continual like serialized programming, it really comes more from YouTube than anything else. There's some YouTubers out there who are making some incredibly professional and polished content. First, I wanted to talk about a couple of YouTubers, more than a couple, 4 to be exact, that make videos, or at least got their fame making videos surrounding Disney and Disney parks and stuff like that. After the first couple times I went to Disneyland, I grew fascinated with how they put their rides together and the history of the parks, but also just some vloggers that were documenting the day-to-day of the parks and some of the new stuff that was coming out. And the first one I really got into was a channel called Justin Scarred, or I guess his name is Justin Scarred. I guess it's a bit of a stage name, but the channel is called Random Land. There'll be links to all these channels in the description. I guess that's one thing Editing Graham will have to do. Darn it. But I'll do that. I'll throw these in the description. Anyway, I got into his channel after watching a video all about him going around Frontierland and showing all of the remnants, of which there are still a few out there, of the... See, now I can't edit out car horns in the background. Dang it! Of course, this is some one-take video stuff. Anyway, I'm just gonna talk over it. So he made a video all about some remnants of old rides, including the Mine Train to Nature's Wonderland. Of which, if you know where to look, you can still find remnants of, and it led me into one of those loops where you just go through his entire back catalog talking about remnants of several different long-lost rides, and then, of course, his just ongoing vlogs of just visiting the park, and more than that, traveling around the United States. And it's then through his channel that I discovered another channel, this guy named Adam the Woo. Again, I'm pretty sure Adam the Woo is not his real name, but that's what he goes by. He has a main channel called Adam the Woo that he doesn't really upload to anymore, where he would make these polished videos made from like days and sometimes weeks of adventuring. But eventually he started to do more and more content on a daily vlog channel called The Daily Woo, which did, I know, start out being every single day. I don't know if he's still doing it every day, but The Daily Woo is great, and I was watching his videos, again, since he got his start making videos about largely Disney parks related stuff. He must have been in the related videos of some Justin Scarred stuff. I was watching his stuff, and through going through his daily vlog channel and going through his ongoing adventures across the United States, and just admiring the fact that he was doing that for a living, that was his whole job, to travel around the United States and film it for us, I was like, man, that would be the perfect job. I was like, I'll never get the opportunity to do that as a job, but wouldn't it be cool? And then I realized that I was going out on tour as a musician back in 2019 for like the first time. And I thought, if I'm ever going to do a daily vlog channel myself, since I'm traveling anyway, I'll start it now. So, especially the early episodes on my vlog were kind of shameless attempt to imitate him. Some of my early videos are real cringy, because I watch them and I'm like, that's just me doing an Adam the Woo impression. But over the years, I feel like I've gotten a little bit better at it. But yeah, those channels meant a lot to me and still do. And in a completely different type of Disney Parks related content, we've got 2 channels that I think that most, if not all, of the fellow VEDSies at least already are aware of, and those are Defunct Land and Yesterworld, who delve into really deep, like, well-researched projects on everything that went into the creation of a lot of the rides and attractions that we love at Disneyland, past and present. And then more than that, that they've also expanded outwards of that into just whatever they want to talk about, including other movies, other theme parks, of course, and stuff about the Disney company on a whole. Like I said, not too much to be said about those channels. They're extremely popular. You maybe know a little something about them already, but I'm going to do a hard 180 here from Disney park stuff and talk about this maker of various things named Simone Yech. That is not spelled like it is pronounced. Again, links to all of these channels are in the description. She's a maker of various things. Got her start on Reddit making deliberately functionless robots. These crappy robots that just, either served no purpose or a very silly one. Got really popular on there, and then branched out to her own channel, and made, like I said with some of the other YouTubers, as the fan base grew, she got a larger and larger budget to build even crazier and sillier machines and stuff, eventually becoming sort of affiliated with the old Mythbusters crew for a while there. And now she makes not only like robots that serve no purpose, but also some really cool ones and some cool products that are actually very cool and very useful. Again, I feel like I'm not doing her channel justice. You kind of just have to watch it. She, like everybody I'm talking about, has a really wonderful energy that's super fun to watch. I'm going to do another pivot here into some sports YouTubers that I really like, and I know that some of you may not care about sports, but there's some channels out there that present really fascinating sports stories that you can enjoy even if you know nothing about the sports themselves. A really good example of that is a guy named Jon Bois, who is a sports writer. I can't remember what company he was a sports writer for right now, but he still is. But he has his own channel, and he works with other channels as well, making these little documentaries that are so well done, all about just some wild sports stories and some wild outliers to statistics. He delves really deep into certain statistics in some of his larger videos, but again, still, you gotta watch some of them because he does a really good job of presenting it in a way that someone who is even not necessarily all that aware of the rules of these sports or anything can really dive deep into these they're just wild stories, regardless of whether or not they have anything to do with sports. They're just always a good watch. Oh, I've done so much rambling that I would normally edit out. Anyway, another channel that is a good example of that is this guy called Slapshoes, who makes NASCAR-related content. I don't even watch NASCAR. I don't even care about NASCAR. But he makes videos about stories from the history of the sport that are so compelling that I can't help but watch. And I've learned so much about a sport that I'm not even that otherwise interested in through watching his channels. It was actually me going down the rabbit hole of him discovering an old speedway called Airbase Speedway in one of the Carolinas that had been abandoned for 50 or 60 years, and he finally tracked it down, and that's my cup of tea when it comes to content. And then I just got into his NASCAR channel for some reason. I'm gonna go over into the world of hockey now. My favorite sports YouTuber, my favorite possibly YouTuber of any of them right now, is one that, to be frank, you probably won't get that into if you're not already into hockey. And he just calls himself the Hockey Guy. He makes like literally 5 or 6 videos every day, probably close to an hour of content every single day. And it's, I guess, this work ethic that inspires me the most, I guess. He'll make like a history, or not a history, a news video every day about like hockey-related news that's come out. He'll usually do a video on some player's career. During the season, he makes his best effort to watch every game by all of the 32 teams that play in the entire league. He watches as much of it as possible and makes an effort to review every single game that ever happens. It's insane the amount of videos he makes. So if you want to spend hours of your life delving into hockey minutia, that's the channel for you. I don't know if you want to do that, but I love it very much. And have spent, again, just way too much time watching his way too much content, but love his stuff. And to round out this sort of sports section, I want to introduce you guys to a new sport, perhaps. I'm talking, of course, of Marbula One. My favorite sport that I got into. It's literally just marble racing. You might have seen clips on TikTok and stuff. But yeah, they do this whole championship where they have these different teams. I always like to root for the hazers, who race against each other. I think there's 20 per race, and they've done 3 different seasons of the show now. And the seasons are laid out just like a Formula One racing season would be. They have like 16 different tracks they race on. There's like driver and team standings at the end of it, and their teams have genuine fans. They have a thriving Reddit community, and it's so much fun. Just watch one of the videos of one of the races and not be hooked. The thing that really makes it is the announcer. They have an announcer by the name of, I believe his name is Greg Woods, and it's, I think, him doing such a genuine, it's not, there's no irony in the way he presents it at all. He presents it as a real sporting event, and it makes it compelling. What do I say? And I'm going to finish this video. If I've left out one, then this was actually the 9 channels that I can't remember if I said all 10. I might have forgotten one, but hey, one take videos. But I want to finish with my favorite channel in the history of YouTube, and it's just called Lemmino, Lemmino. That channel started as like a countdowns channel, but has moved on to the most in-depth documentaries that I've seen anywhere on YouTube. I don't even want to explain it further than that, other than just go and see. They've delved into mysteries, they've delved into just cool stories. Just go to that channel and be immersed in one of their either 10-minute or hour-long plus videos that, again, are documentaries that are made with higher production qualities, in my opinion, than you might even see on some television channels. Absolutely amazing. I love all those channels. This video was a total rambling mess, but that's the idea of the one take. Thank you for watching. In the description, as well as links to those channels I mentioned, there are also links to the channels of my other wonderful fellow VEDSies. Check out all their channels. We're all making a video every day in September. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all again, tomorrow and every day for the rest of this month.